I just made it big.
How many people were underneath your operation?
I had about like 500 people. I put you on, but now you're putting your brothers on, your cousins on, your grandmother. Nigga, I needed as many people as we can. Like, I had a whole army. And then, you know, word of mouth, like, you know, hey, you want to make a couple dollars real quick? Let's go. I would have never made these millions. Ever. Because I didn't envision it. I had to see it. So I took what he had. I'm going to say this is his fucking game. It stores the number in the system with the codings from those cards.
So you get the whole network of everybody that swiped.
Yes. Whoever
Ooh,
went into,
wow.
I think these are the fucking original codes to these cards. I was like, it can't be. We're looking at the machine. It says connecting, sending, receiving, approved. The fucking receipt came out. I was like, this is like cash. Like, this is money. I couldn't believe it. So tried everything. Nothing was working. And then
Podcast Central, Coastal Chronicles NYC. I go by the name of Tank Sinatra, a.k.a. Taino Domingo, a.k.a. call me anything but late for dinner. Tell you right now, I got the Activation King right next to me, Dren Star.
What's going on, brother? We doing another one. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, baby.
Of course, you know, before we start our show, we got to shout out the sponsors, you know what I'm saying?
Talk to him.
Big Duce Energy, you know what I'm saying? This is the Duce Lounge.
If we do say so ourselves.
So we got a new one. They've been tuning in. Shout out to my Red Bull Connect, my Red Bull family.
Oh, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Sponsors is pulling up. They seen the
might not
vibes.
sleep tonight.
You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on.
Ooh, I might not sleep tonight, but I'm gonna let you know right now. This might hit different. This one for the streets.
This is a whole different one though.
No. This one for the streets.
Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying? We was going for the whole, you know what I'm saying, the industry and all this shit. This for the streets.
Facts.
As it should be.
Talk your shit.
All right, bet. I'm gonna talk my shit right now, man. In the underworld of cybercrime, there are those who dabble, those who steal for survival, and then there are legends. His name, Khan. But in the digital halls of infamy, he's known by another name, Operation Swiper. He didn't just hack accounts. Nah, Khan built an empire. From the dark corners of the internet, his fingers reached into the pockets of millions, amassing wealth, power, and notoriety that left authorities in over 30 countries baffled. Identity theft wasn't a crime to him. It was an art form. Masterminding the largest ID theft ring the world has ever seen, leaving chaos and financial ruins in his wake. Millions of identities sold like currency, entire lives rewritten in a blink, and no one knew where he would strike next. He didn't just take money, he stole futures, dismantled corporations, all with a single keystroke. His network, vast and invisible, was untouchable until now. This man behind the mask, behind the largest scam operation in history, was finally revealed. But the question remains, can anyone truly stop the one they call the Swiper? Or is he really planning his next move? This is the story of my brother Khan, the architect of modern digital crime and his unrelenting reign over stolen identities. I want to welcome to Coastal Chronicles, Operation Swiper.
Shannon, thank you. Now to that identity theft ring. More than 100 people arrested, and police say while they were based in New York, their ties stretched all the way to Europe, Africa, even the Middle East. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Fleischer is live in Elmhurst with details. Tim?
And Sade, this is the largest identity fraud takedown in U.S. history. More than 100 people arrested, and from stores and malls like this one, millions and millions of dollars in merchandise stolen. High-end cars, jetting around in private planes, and flashing cash. Gobs of cash, in fact. $650,000 confiscated as police began rounding up 111 suspects in the largest identity fraud takedown in U.S. history.
This operation reached from Jamaica Bay to the shores of Tripoli and victimized thousands of Americans, including innocent New Yorkers. 5
alleged theft rings, headed, police say, by Imran Khan, Ali Qais, Anthony Martin, Sanjay Diawsaran, and Amar Singh.
5 enterprises have loose ties to each other in that they shared things like fences and identification makers, but they had their own shoppers.
Others would then take the stolen credit cards, go into numerous malls like this one in Queens, and purchase electronic equipment and other high-end items from around the country, which would then be sold overseas.
Their crimes amounted to approximately $13 million in fraudulent purchases.
Another crew of 7, police reveal, stole 45 computer servers here at the Citigroup building in Long Island City, valued at $850,000.
Former security guard put our perpetrators in touch with a Citibank security guard who let them in and showed them where the servers were.
And it didn't stop there. Investigators say they targeted Lufthansa Cargo here at JFK, where they were hoping to score a load of MacBook laptops worth $1 million.
But these would-be Goodfellas had bad information and wound up with cordless power tools.
So far, 85 of them have been arrested. They're still looking for another 25. Reporting live in Elmhurst, Queens, Tim Fleischer, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay.
Talk to me, my brother.
What's up, guys? I'm happy to be here, man.
Talk to me, my
State
brother.
Lounge.
You know what I'm saying?
I told you. I told you. Wasn't nothing going to... Hold on, man, because I'm getting a little parched real quick. Hold on, man.
Yeah.
Brother, listen.
He came with them things on, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, because, you know, they play on a minor level out here, man. They be in starlets and all that, thinking they doing what they doing and all that. They ain't on your level, brother.
Never.
You understand what I'm saying? State to state, around the world, 30 countries, though. We ain't talking about the 5 boroughs.
Yeah, we internationally known, man. We all over the place.
Let's talk about the beginning. What made you? Because this is a perfect segment. Because now we have what's going on out here on a minor level, but you was like the forefather of this shit. You gave birth to these niggas that's trying to do what you did.
Forefather.
What started your inspiration for doing what you did? Hold on. Before I say that, you're not telling on yourself. You did time. We all did time.
Statute of limitations is gone,
Statute of limitations is up, correct?
Correct, that's correct.
You did your time for your crime?
I did it.
So we could talk about it. Everything's on the table.
Yes, we can talk about it.
We valid. What made you get into the world of scamming? What was the love? What was the passion? How did it start?
Well, it started at college, man. I went to college for computer programming, computer science, and I was already doing scamming on a lower level, like, you know, like with little credit card numbers, ordering stuff online. Then I wanted to turn it up a notch.
What year was this?
This was like 2004.
Okay. 20, okay.
Yeah, 2004. Yeah, so I tried to turn it up a little bit, you know, got with the kids in school. Had, you know, with the little credit card stuff, I was like, how can I up it a notch? So I got with a cat in Brooklyn that, you know, he used to give me little cards and stuff like that to rock with, but none of them swiped. So I was like, damn, imagine if these cards swiped. What damage we can do out here. So pretty much they called it punch math.
Oh, so they had to put the numbers in manually.
Yeah, because back in the days when you would go to a store and use your credit card, on the receipt, when it prints out, your whole credit card number and expiration date would be on it. So now we would gather those receipts from wherever we can. Like stores, like if you worked at Macy's, if you worked at the bodega, if you worked wherever you worked at, I will come to you and I would want these card numbers, like just the receipts. I won't tell you what I'm doing, nothing. Let me get those receipts. What do you want the receipts? Don't worry about it. Hey, I'll give you a few dollars. Let me just get the receipts. Now, what we would do, we would print those numbers from those receipts on like plastic credit cards with the, you know, counterfeit image of the card. Like it'll be like a Visa card, American Express, whatever, but it'll be like, you know, a reprint, a remake. So we would, with a machine called an embosser, we would print those numbers onto a plastic card.
So hold on. Let's take it back for people who don't know what's an embosser. What is an embosser?
An embosser is a machine that you put a piece of plastic in, and you can print the numbers on the card and the name.
So that's a machine that they use to actually make the credit card, to put the
Yes.
to make the numbers pop up on the credit card.
Yes, exactly.
Because right now credit cards, the numbers don't pop up anymore.
Yeah, they don't. This is old school stuff. So
okay.
back then there was a machine that used to engrave the numbers, like emboss them. It used to be embossed onto the card. So I had that machine, and at that time, you had to have an institution like a gym, like a video store, stuff like that to even, or like a banking institution to even have that machine. So I get my hands on the machine, and we start printing the card numbers on it from the receipts. But the only thing is, you couldn't swipe the card. So we would go into stores, and they would try to be like, hey, sir, your card's not working. Don't worry about it. Just type the numbers in. So they used to type the numbers in, and it was good. But a lot of people was hesitant to, type the numbers in. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean the card don't work? Then, make up a little excuse. Oh, I had it was next to a magnet or something like that, so the strip doesn't work. Sometimes I would actually like put a cut like on the back of the card, because we were using actual like PVC cards, but they were just white. But then we'll print like an image on it and then put the card number on it, and with the Visa logo, the signature strip, and it was like garbage. It was like, if you looked at it like now, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? You would laugh at it. Yeah. So like, I mean, for us, it worked. Go to like the stores, whatever, like we would go to like try to like get our hands on like electronics, anything, whatever we could get our hands on, whatever that shit, whoever was going to punch those numbers in, we'd do it. So now, back then, the credit card readers, like, like the terminals, you were able to type the numbers in. And then, you type the numbers in, it's going to ask for the expiration date. It didn't even ask for the 3 numbers in the back. So that's when, like, I'm probably the reason all that.
That's how you know you old school. Yeah, you old school. They probably added that because of you.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah. So now, I'm going to the stores, like whatever it is. It could be like back in the PlayStation maybe. Here you go. GameStop. Here's the card. You look at it. All right. A lot of people are dummies. They don't really know what's going on. They type the number in. I start to see the receipt popping out, and those is good. Then I'll keep doing that, repeating it on whatever I could get my hands on. Anything that I could flip, make $1, I was doing it. Nothing was too small. Nothing was too little. I don't care if it was $3, nigga. I'm going to get it. And that's how we came up, because nothing was ever too small for us. We did everything. Doesn't matter what it was. So back to that. So a lot of places wouldn't type in the card number because they're like, what do you mean the card doesn't swipe? What do you mean it doesn't work? So now I was thinking in my head, damn, we got to figure out a way to make these cards swipe. So going back to college now, I was talking to a lot of kids, they've been in there for a while. So I'm like, yeah, you think you could, like I wouldn't throw it fully out there, but I was like, yeah, like, can you make like, like these cards swipe or whatever like that? And then they were like, what do you mean? Make a credit card swipe? Like, yeah, I need these numbers to just be read. And they were like, we'll look into it or whatever. They were iffy, like, yo, what the fuck? This kid wants to make credit card numbers read on the strip. And I was like, no, I'm doing an experiment. I want to just try it out. So one of these kids, I started working with him, and he was like, yeah, like we'll rewrite the strip, but we need a card reader. Like it's called like a mag strip reader writer. It's called a reader rewriter. So I start searching for it. I find one online. I order it. I get my hands on it. And then, he starts playing around with the program and all that. And then we figured, all right, we put the numbers on it. Now, but each credit card has a specific, like, code on it. Like, it's like digital. It's like a digital imprint. Mm-hmm. It'll be like the card number equals like the expiration date and some other numbers, like a specific code to the card. And I only knew that because like I would get one of my dad's credit cards and we put it through the reader to see what the fuck comes up actually when you read the cards. So, cause I was too young at the time. I have no fucking credit card. So I had to, sneak my dad's credit card to read it to see what's on the strip. And then I saw, okay, and it has your name on there. It has everything. So we try to copy everything on there. But we noticed that with different cards, it would be different codes on, like it's a special digital imprint on that card. So now we're like, damn. So I'm like, all right, copy. I told the kid, copy this code, but with the card numbers that we stole, or bought from like the people who were selling them. Like, well, not really selling them, that I was swindling to buy the receipts from.
Mm-hmm.
And so he rewrites the strip. We go to a store, and it's reading, but it's not working. It's definitely reading, but it's like, oh no, something's wrong. But that made
it would decline.
No, it wouldn't decline. It wouldn't read.
It wouldn't read. Period.
In the credit card terminals.
Okay.
So once it started, we were
so
like,
you
damn.
still got to type it in manually.
Still got to type it in. So I'm like,
but at
all right.
least when they swipe, they seen it in. So now you got to go the manual route.
So they started doing it on their own. And I'm like, all right,
you didn't have to tell them.
Yeah. So
you wanted something.
Yeah. So what I used to just scramble any number on it because that made it more presentable. Because if I'm going in there with a piece of plastic and they're talking about, and I'm telling me, hey, you got to type it in. They're like, what the fuck? Yeah. And once they swipe it and it's not there, they're dumb. They're like,
the next step.
Exactly. So now I'm like, boom.
I don't mean to cut you off, but you might be the reason why they created the chip too.
They did. That's for sure. Like everybody, like claims it and all that stuff, but like definitely from the stuff that we were doing, that's where all the like the counter, like fraud stuff came in.
Yeah,
the chip and pin. If you look at a credit card, above the first 4 digits would be an engravement, like the card would be etched with the first 4 digits. And then the signature panel would have like it would be blended in like into the card, but thick enough so that you could write your name on it, like or sign your name. And also, if you put the credit cards under a black light, like the Visa logo will pop up, like only like it's like invisible ink.
Yeah,
we didn't have none of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So after, we started hitting everywhere, we were going crazy all over the country, worldwide, everywhere. So now I'm going in the stores later on. This is later on. They put the card into like a it says fraud fighter, but it's like a purple light, the black light. They put it, that's how they check the card to see if it's real, to see if that's an actual credit card. So now I'm seeing them do this. I'm like, all right, so now I have to find invisible ink. I have to put the fucking logo on these cards. So I started doing that too. I started however the cards came from the bank, I started making them like that. Even I started buying crazy printers, high quality printers. So now instead of crap looking Visa, like, with the designs and the pictures on it, it looked literally like crap. But then I started making a lot of money. So I started being able to buy all the high end printers, engravers. There's a thing called the tipper that put the metal coating over the numbers. And that's how a lot of people would know that the cards are fake. If it didn't have the tip on it, it's called the tip. Like, like the silver, like, because when you engrave plastic,
it's sort of like the security features that they have like in $100 bills.
Yes.
So they have those for credit cards.
Yo, hold on real quick. Yo, you a scammer, bro?
No, I'm just saying.
The fuck? The fuck is going on here?
I'm just saying, like,
yo, you want to tell me something you didn't tell me before, nigga? The fuck?
I'm just saying, like, I'm relating to what he's saying, like.
Yeah, okay, now I'm just checking though.
It sounds like he's talking about $100 bill, but he's talking about credit cards.
He told some real shit.
So I'm related to cash.
Shit.
So credit cards had lots
type of shit,
security on it, but
Speak up.
But as soon as I started figuring out what these people were doing to counter the fraud, everything that they were doing, I would make it so that it would do whatever tactic they were trying to figure out of the card. Because the main thing was the black light. Once I seen that, but it was a test. Like, I did it everywhere, so I know exactly what they're looking for. So whatever they're looking for, I made sure that card had it. But a lot of things we couldn't get because the stuff is only sold to banks and institutions. So like, I had to I would go to like places that like a bank went out of business. I would buy all their shit. Like a gym went out of business. Oh, yo, you got the data card 150i? Let me get that.
Oh,
they're like, what the fuck?
How do you know to ask for a data card 150i?
From all the research I was doing of how credit cards were made.
Got you.
So now, like, at this point in my life, when I started getting the real money, I was making the credit cards like it was coming out of the bank. Exact. And that's why we were able to do most of the things that we did, because it was from the bank. And then all these other motherfuckers was running around here with the shit that I started with. And then everybody started to inquire, like, yo, who the fuck got these plastics? Who got these? Who's making these cards swipe? And back then it was a lot of chit chatter. It was a lot of like, you know,
word of mouth type shit.
yeah. So, you know, word used to come. I never, like, to be honest, I never really fed it out. I kept it to us. If you want to come fuck with the good stuff, come work with us. Like, that's how it was. I never put nobody like, yeah, this is how you do it. This is how you make. I never gave up nothing. So as I'm doing all this stuff, like, see, going back to making the card swipe. So now when we used to go to the stores, the main thing was you couldn't go in there and talk about, here, type these numbers in. They were like you telling me to type the numbers in?
That's suspect as fuck.
Red flag off the rip.
Red
Suspect
flag.
as fuck.
So now when they start swiping the card with the program that this kid put on it, it's not. It's just not reading. It's coming up like it's something there, but it's not going. They're like, oh fuck this. You know what? I'll just type it in. So they used to type it in, and they used to take a imprint of the card. I don't know, back in the days before they even had machines. They
Old school shit.
Yeah, so they used to make a little carbon copy of the card, and also kept mind of that too. I'm like, all right, because a lot of times because this is back then on like, you know, like fucking, it was no internet, like it was like, you know, like the dial up. It was all dial up actually. It was dial up. So I used to take notes of things, everything. I observed everything. That's how I came up like crazy, because I always watched everything. Because all the motherfuckers that was doing it, they was just trying to make $1. They didn't really want to understand. I was learning it to make it better. So now I figured, all right, so this is work, but then it starts not working a lot of places. Like, oh, hold on, the card's not reading. We can't take this. So I'm like, fuck, I got to make these cards read. So the kid that I was working with from college, he started, you know, messing with it. He started messing with stuff, and we used to generate codes. Again, trial run, wasn't working. So then we were like, damn.
Real quick, I don't want to cut you off. Tell people what codes are.
It's like, it's an encoding on the card. Like, see, I would have to show you. Like, when you, like, if you take a credit card, even now probably, when you swipe it through a reader, it's going to come up with the card number, the expiration date, and numbers after the expiration date that give you, like, a specific coding. Like, you know, just like numbers that only work for that bank, or it's like a routing number, something like that. So we tried everything. Nothing was working. And then this kid was like, yo, you know what? Like, I came up with this program. I got an algorithm, and it's generating the card numbers. Because card number, like, they, like, instead of me buying the receipts, he was like, yo, try these out. And a lot of them were working. He was generating card numbers. And it was like, the shit was, I don't know how, but it was going through everywhere. So I didn't have to spend no money on buying these receipts anymore. This kid we were generating the card numbers. But a lot of it, like, I'm going to say, out of like 100, 25 will work. That was the only thing. So I started coming up with ways to, like, how can I get card numbers? How can I get these card numbers? And this kid was like, you know, we could hack the terminals. I'm like, I was like, how do we do that? Because remember, I'm like a freshman into the thing. He's been there. Like, he's like one of
What school is this?
Credit card scam school.
Listen, you want to know why I say this, right? Because we had J1 on this. Shout out to him, right? And he stated that college is the same shit
Like prison.
that happens in the street is what happens in the college. Remember, Facebook started where? In Harvard.
Right.
I don't want you to say the school, but I just need people to understand that.
At the end of the day, the dollar talks. And if I'm coming to you with an idea that you're going to make some money, remember, these kids in college, they don't got no fucking money. These motherfuckers is out here eating out the garbage damn near. So when I'm telling them, like, listen, you want to make a few dollars? We got to figure this out. And he did, like, he said, fuck school. I'm going to try to figure out how to do this. And he was doing it. So, like, once he started generating the card, I'm like, yo, this kid is a monster. So once he gave me the idea, like, we should start hacking the databases to where these card numbers are getting fed. And he did his little, you know, he did his little research. I don't know what he did. I didn't even care. But we started being able to hack databases because, like, now you swipe your card, like, at, like, Target, at Best Buy, at Circuit City. It stores the number in the system with the codings from those cards.
So you get the whole network of everybody that swiped.
Yes. Whoever
Ooh,
went into,
wow.
Yeah.
That's a different plug.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
now,
a
thank you.
And it was crazy. My man worked at Circuit City. I'm like, yo, listen, we gotta listen. Don't ask no questions. Here's a couple dollars. I need to get in there. We get in there, my man, the white boy, he was a white boy. Like,
It's over. It's
went in
over.
there, he was like, with his little SD card, like it was a USB thumb drive at that time. It was like a thumb drive. He wrote a program. We stuck it into their fucking terminals.
Every
And got
information that you
and it
needed.
sucked up everything. Like not only the credit card numbers, but like people's delivery, all that unneeded shit. Yeah. We just wanted the card numbers. So now he's like, "Yo, bro, look, I think these are the original codes." When he put the fucking the USB drive in his computer, he showed me everything, and he's like, "Yo, bro, I think these are the fucking original codes to these cards." I was like, "It can't be." So we did it. So we took a card, we wrote one of the codes that we stole, like from the USB, and we went to the store.
Jackpot.
Bro, we was like, "What the fuck?" The nigga swiped it.
Jackpot.
And we're looking at the machine. It says connecting. Sending,
Receipt
receiving,
printed out.
approved. The fucking receipt came out. I was like this in the store. I didn't even.
We
Nigga,
lit.
I was about to walk out. Nigga,
We
I was over here buying everything up. Nigga, I was leaving the stuff.
Yeah, we lit.
Yo, and like my head was so fried. I'm like, yo, this can't. I just hit the fucking like. This is like cash. Like this is money. I couldn't believe it. So now, I'm like, yo. I got it. So now I'm going because we only had, it was like for the day, it was like probably like, at that time, it wasn't that many credit cards. Like, it wasn't like, back then it was more cash. But there was still hundreds of credit card numbers on there. So I go back to him. I'm like, yo, we got to write all of them now. And we didn't realize that when we're swiping these cards, because we're copying and pasting it onto the card. So when the receipt would come out, it would have the stolen person's name on it. We couldn't have that. We're like, oh shit, it's saying like Gina Thomas. But we printed on the card whoever's name we had on the ID. Yeah. So we're like, holy shit, we can't have this.
So now you gotta fix that.
Yeah, so we go back, we go back into the factory.
Into the lab.
And so now he's like, oh look, he was like, yo, look, I could put whatever name you want. So I'm like, nah, it can't. Like, how? Because we can't, like, it might alter the codes. And he was like, let's try it out. Boom, go back. We had an ID. It said John Brown on it. So that's the name that was embossed onto the card. And we changed that name onto, it's called the track. Those things on the strip, the information on the strip is called tracks. So each credit card has 2 tracks. There's track 1 that holds the name, and then track 2 is the actual code. So he was like, listen, on track 1, and we didn't, these names were already, because when you buy the reader, it comes up when you swipe the card.
Everything comes up.
Yeah, it comes up and it says track 1, track 2. So that's how I guess these are called tracks.
Yeah.
So now, we started playing around with it. You didn't really need track 1. You needed track 2. So I was like, yo, fuck it, stop putting the names on it. But before that, I'm like, try this Brown name. And then we swiped it, and damn sure, Brown came up, everything worked. So now I'm in a frenzy. I was like, because now I'm putting everybody on. I'm getting everybody in their mother. Listen, here, we got to go shopping. We got to go get this. We got to get these PlayStations. We got to get these fucking iPhones. We got to get this. But like back then, my main thing was like video game systems, shit that's going to go. Electronics.
Easy. That you can flip easy.
We don't need a car and all this other shit. We're going to keep it light.
Yeah, we're going to keep it light. So, but then I started, venturing out to other things. I'm like, yo, let me try this. Let me try this. Let me try it. Everything was going. But now I got all these people working. I'm running out of card numbers. I'm like, and I'm telling this kid that, that was getting the tracks for me, that we were doing it together. Bro, we got to get more card numbers. We're running out. And he was like, yo, bro, we got to hit like Target or one of those stores. I'm like, how the fuck are we going to get into Target?
Target was out back then?
Yeah. So
Target.
like Target, Circuit City, like there was all.
Yo, he said Circuit City, they out of business right now.
Yeah,
that's why I said like, wow.
You know what I'm saying? He might as well say the Wiz too.
Radio Shack, all that. We were getting all the cards.
That nigga said Radio Shack.
Yeah.
All those is going.
Yeah. Damn, I wish I knew you back then for the remote control cars and all that.
Yeah.
Them shits cost bread.
Bro, I was getting
bread,
everything. Yo, so I'm now. So he was like, yo, we got to try to hack this and hack that. But how are we going to get into Target's database? So he starts doing his little, because he's like a cyber, like one of those guys.
Cyber nerd. Yeah, he's a nerd. Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, don't worry, I'll figure it out. And he fucking, but see, a lot of times, so like we would go to the actual store and try to get into their computer because whatever program he wrote on that, he said, all you got to do is just get this in there.
And
it'll just suck it all up. Ooh. So we doing it.
Pause. That's a different plug. That's a different type of plug.
So now I was getting thousands and thousands of numbers. So now I'm like, yo, I got it because a lot of them were dying. Were dying out because I couldn't get to use them because, you know, cars have expiration dates on them. Mm-hmm. So, but first of all, like a lot of people, you know, they have bad credit and shit. So like you hit one of these cars and he might only got $100 on there. So I'm taking a risk because I'm like, damn, I'm spending all this money to produce these plastics. But now the car's not even working, or
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, his credit limit is shot.
Yeah, so now I started researching which ones were hitting crazy. It's called the BIN. It's the first 6 digits of the credit card number.
That's how you know the bank and all that shit what they're dealing with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, hold on.
Hey.
Yo, bro.
I told you,
I'm
bro.
gonna talk to you after this fucking show. Cause I don't know who the fuck this nigga sitting next to me, man. This nigga been lying to me this whole time, man. The fuck is going on right now?
It's my brother, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so we started trying to figure out that we started learning what bank was what. And then my dad's credit was amazing. So he had 1,000 fucking credit cards. So I would, you know, so when he go to sleep, I was thinking his wallet and look to see what bank is this. And then I know because whatever he got in his wallet, nigga, them shit's hit. So I'm looking, I'm like, all right, 5466616.
It's MasterCard.
Yeah, so now
the 5, the 4s, the Visas.
Yes.
The 6s, Discovers.
Yes.
The 3s is Amex.
Yes.
Who is sitting next to me?
Hold the fuck up.
Who is sitting next to me? I don't know this guy right here. Right? I'm just learning something new today.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm looking all right because at that time 5466616. That's world. That's the world card. That's City World.
Ooh, big.
When like you had to have good credit and big credit lines for that. So I started skimming through the list,
waiting for that number to hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we're printing those cards out and we're going crazy out here, crazy. And I would keep those for myself and whatever was trash. Because a lot of people, they just wanted to get their card swiping. And so this kid was like, yo, there's a dark market online. You know, people, it's called a forum. People are looking for card numbers, IDs, you know, looking for all underworld shit. So now I'm like, all right, so we're going to start selling these shits. And we're like, how much can we sell them for? And we're like, all right, we'll see. Because other people were selling, like, you know, like just the card numbers for like $10. So I'm like, all right, we're going to charge $30. And then people, like, I'm like, all right, see what they're saying. So people were sending money through Western Union. And he was like, no, we can't have it sent that way because I was the nigga send that shit right to me. He's like, nah, you can't do that. Nah. So he starts doing some shit that the money's sent in Russia, but we're getting, like, they call drops. Because, you know, his peoples, he was like, yeah, I got this guy right. He'll pick up the money, and then he'll forward it back to us. We'll give him a couple dollars. And I was like, yo, that's crazy because if we send him 5,000, he might run off. He was like, nah, these people are not like that. You know, you're a New Yorker. He's from out of town. So he's like, because I'm thinking of whole New York. I'm like, niggas going to get me for $10. And he's like, nah, you good. Don't worry about it. So then we started selling all these. I was like, all right, try to sell them online for $30. See if it works. If not, who cares? We'll use them. We'll use those junky cards to go buy McDonald's or something. So he was like, yo, bro, I put 100 numbers up and it's all gone. I'm like, can't be. Like, what the fuck? You just put them up. Because the guy wanted a sample, and he bought the sample, and he must have went crazy with that shit. And he was like in like South Dakota some fucking where. And we could tell because he knew like how to read where they were from, like sort of like an IP address. But you know, now you could block it. And back then, you know, after we started, niggas could see our fucking IP address where we're at. So he started doing some shit. Like, don't worry, it's hidden. We're gonna make it like we're in China.
What's that IP address?
It's like where you're located, pretty much. Like,
IP address is anybody that got a computer or a phone, which is all of us. The minute you do something from your phone, the IP address is, that's how they get niggas on the run with their phone.
Right.
The IP address, it pings to satellites.
Yes.
So that's your digital identity, like for layman's.
Yeah, layman's terms. Yeah, it's like
this nigga's a scammer.
Yeah.
Never scammed in my life, but I know a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of situations, but
listen, police, I'm just playing with my brother. I'm just playing with my brother.
Yeah, so like once, and then we started. It was like, yo, fuck, because I was making like I don't have to go outside, and because it was getting a little like crazy because I had so many people working, and it was getting tiring. I was making so much money. I was like,
all right, so let's stop because you gave a lot of background. How many people were underneath your operation?
Oh man, I had about like
pull up to the mic.
I had about like 500 people because it'll be like, all right, I put you on, but now you putting your brothers on, your cousins on, your grandmother, nigga. I needed as many people as we can. Like I had a whole army, and then word of mouth, like hey, you want to make a couple dollars real quick? Let's go.
Just give me a sec, beloved.
So you had 500 people underneath your army. Let's talk about, because this is deep. Like now,
let me interject real quick.
Go ahead.
Because I don't think you caught what he said earlier about his father having the credit card and all this other shit. I need you to break down your family dynamic, how it was growing up and all this other stuff, that you, at your time, you got a father that already got, I'm going to speak like, I don't know this, but I'm pretty sure he probably had like over 700 on the credit card.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But yet, you in school and you like, I'm about to run this up. So please, give the people a baseline.
Like my dad, he was like the number hole king. Like, illegal lottery, like like midday,
number spots.
Yes.
Number spots.
He was the number hole king. So he had a lot of fucking money from, running numbers. And he had like every laundromat in Brooklyn, corner stores in the back, gambling spot. Come run, play your numbers, and he was the king of this shit. And so he had money. So, he was able to pay his bills and all that, and his credit was great because he was able to pay off whatever the fuck he, bought. Because he had fucking money from fucking number holes. Illegal shit. Like, I mean, like the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
I was just about to say that shit.
Yeah, so like,
but you took it to another level, bro.
Yeah, I had like, and it was all like, I'm not gonna say by the grace of God, but it was just like how things were rolling. Yeah, I'm like, okay, but I could do this and do this and do this and do that. But like how, first of all, like I was using all those paper numbers from the receipts online. I didn't have access to no plastic. I got in tune with a cat from Brooklyn. Like, I don't want to say his name, like, but he's the fucking man. Like, if it wasn't for him, I would have never made the millions. Cause he put me in a lane to like just to have the vision.
This nigga said millions. He didn't even say thousands. He said with a capital M.
Yo, because he put the
thousandaires type of shit.
Yeah, so one day we were just talking, and he I was like, listen, I could get credit card numbers. And stuff.
How old are you at this time?
Now?
No. At that time,
I was like 17, 16, 17 around then.
And we talking millions.
Okay. So this guy from Brooklyn, because you talk to people, like you see him shaking and stuff. I was like, listen, I could get credit card numbers. He's like, yo, you get credit card numbers? I was like, yeah, I could get them for you. Then I'm like, all right, he probably wants to buy shit online too. Like I'm doing it and sell it. So one day I'm in his house. We're just chilling because we became friends. So I'm with him all the time. So I'm chilling in his house, and then I see some people come over with like the machine. We call it the one-armed bandit. I'm looking. I'm like, yo, what the fuck they doing over there? But I see him take out the bundle of receipts that I had, that I gave him. I'm like, yo, here, just take them. If you whatever you do, you do. And then whatever you want to break me off. So he whips out the fucking thing.
One-armed bandit.
Yeah, one-armed bandit. I'm looking over there. I'm being a little nosy. I'm like, what the fuck these niggas doing over there? Then I see them feeding this machine with plastic cards. And, I'm like, yo. I say, yo, bro, like, what's going on? He's like, yo, chill. Like, so I'm like.
You got to relax.
Yeah, he was like, yo, just chill. I'm going to show you in a second. Let them do their magic. Because he didn't know how to work the machines or nothing. Like, people will come to do all that shit. Because it's a little complicated if you don't know. But it only takes you to watch. And once you get the hang of it, But I know 1,000 people who try to do this thing after me, and they couldn't even fucking punch the numbers
couldn't
right.
figure it out. Yeah,
They couldn't figure it
Shit
out.
is mad sloppy. The work is just
Yes, the numbers are crooked and upside down.
I don't know this Drench Star right now.
it's not lined up right.
It's not lined up, so
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
twisted. So I'm watching, and then they finished, and he showed me. He's like, "Look, this is what I'm doing with your cards." And I'm like, "What are you doing with this?" He was like, "I'm going to the store with these." I said, "You going to the store with these? Like how?" Like he was like, "Come on, we're gonna take a little ride." We go ride. It was like off a highway. I think it was like Route 22 in New Jersey. I'm like, "What the fuck we doing here?" He's like, "Yo, we about to go get some PlayStations from the store." So we go in the spot, and I'm watching him. He gives him the card, and that's how I see that they try to swipe that card, and it wasn't swiping. So he gave me the whole layout to the game.
Blueprint.
He gave me the blueprint, but I just enhanced it. But if it wasn't for him, I would have never made these millions ever, because I didn't envision it. I had to see it. So I took what he had. This is I'm gonna say this is his fucking game. I just made it big.
You elevated it. You went from. I'm gonna fast forward because everybody wants the juice. You went from PlayStations to private jets. How the fuck did you go from PlayStations to private jets, bro?
Not only that, let's get to this, right? Because when we was where we was at, right? T-Pain had a chain talking about this big ass chain. You had that way before
He even spoke about it.
he even thought about having that chain. Talk your
This
shit.
nigga had a license plate. A license plate.
Yeah. I was
The
there.
real,
I was
bro, the measurements of a New York State license plate, we all have license plates on our cars. Everybody watching this pod, you know the license plate that you have on your car? Imagine that encrusted in diamonds.
Lord have mercy.
He had it. Y'all gonna see it on the screen.
With his name on it.
With my name on
With
it.
his
baby.
name on it.
You know what I'm saying?
And that inspired a whole bunch of other people. Like even Plies got a Florida license plate. Then this nigga Fat Joe started coming out with the big fucking casket, fucking what do you call it, the tombstone, a big piece, like niggas big TS. Niggas started coming out with. They was like
Big shit, yeah.
'cause niggas used to see me out. They used to see me out in all the spots.
Yeah,
I
you
was
was
out.
with
like,
Fab and
who's this?
everybody.
I used to run around with
Talk
Fab
that
and stuff.
shit. Talk your shit.
See, and then also like Fab inspired that shit too. Nigga came out with the big rich young piece this big. I said, "Oh, niggas want to play?" I'm gonna say because like we was like celebrities too. Like
Facts.
we were honestly, to be honest, we were making way more money than a lot of these niggas.
And G5s back
Yeah,
then.
like listen,
What's
listen,
a G5?
Yo, but you was in PJs before PJs was a thing.
Yeah, because like
That's
Tell these people what a G5 is, bro.
talk about it.
Chill,
talk about
bro.
it.
Let's talk
So,
about that.
How I got to that level because we were doing so much fraud all over the country. And we couldn't take all this shit with us, all these PlayStations, all these computers, all these laptops. I was even getting coffee makers because them shits, those espresso cappuccino makers, those shits like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
Easily.
And it was hard for me to get everything back. And then somebody had mentioned, he was like, you know, if you get on a private plane, you could just fill that shit up with everything. And I was like, how do I get that? Like, I can't afford a fucking private plane. He was like, oh, you could charter one. I'm like, charter one? So I'm in Miami with a whole bunch of shit. I have fucking. He's like, yeah, I'll talk to one of my guys. Talk to him. He's like, yeah, give me a few dollars and we'll get you and your guys or whatever the fuck you got. We'll get that shit to New York. I was like, all right. So that's where the line came in, and it was really to transport all our goods back to New York for me to sell. Because I'm not from fucking Miami or California or anywhere we were going to get these things. Because New York is pretty small if you really in a scam world. You can't keep going to the same place and scamming them. You're going to get caught. So we opened, like I started going everywhere, every state, everywhere. But now instead of driving, I'm tired. I'm sick of driving. I just couldn't do it no more. But now in Miami, we get the plane connect. So it was originally just to transport all my goods back to New York. So, but then we started saying, yo, fuck this. And we're going to travel because they're passenger planes. So we're like, yo, we get the whole gang, nigga. We're going all over the place. And we got the money for it because we're getting all these goods. And I'm selling it top dollar. People, like, see, like I'm gonna say like people other than us, they were messing up the game kind of, but they wasn't consistent. They couldn't get so much stuff because they couldn't afford to buy the cards, this and that. So now they'll get a PlayStation and sell it for half. If it was $400, like, yo, give me $200 for it. That we were selling that shit for 80%. Like, I want 80% for this shit. And then we started configuring because it was hard to sell because like these like they're called fences. Like these are like street cats that buy shit and they resell it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and then they were trying to beat me down and all that stuff. But we had lots of fences that were, people just trying to make $1 reselling it. So they would try to be, and then I used to feel sorry for a lot of guys because like I got so much money. I'm like, all right, fuck it, just give me 60%, give me 70%, so they can eat. Because I used to feel bad. Niggas was out here fucked up. So we started, because we used to buy a lot of stuff on eBay, like all the, like the blank PVC cards and all that shit, like the tipper foil, all of the components.
What's a PVC card? Like a laundromat card? You could turn a laundromat card into
it's like the credit card. It's like a blank white card, like a
so
hotel,
you gotta speak like these
card.
niggas is dumb, bro.
Who is
Right.
Dren Star right now?
Yeah. So look,
You know
the
what I'm
PVC
saying?
card
Yeah.
is like hotel key cards.
Same
that
shit.
you put swipe in the door,
Yeah.
and that's what it is.
And you turn that shit into a whole American
Yes.
black card.
Yes, exactly. And then you see a lot of people don't know, back then when we had black cards, them shits was plastic. It wasn't titanium metal. It wasn't metal.
They hit different. My shit is real though, by the way.
No. I'm saying back then it was plastic.
Yeah, no, I know.
It wasn't made. The material wasn't metal. So, like, listen, shit was crazy.
So
out
let's
here.
talk about because we was all. By the way, for the viewers, this is like a reunion. We all did time. We all bid it up north, New York State Penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's dangerous. Like New York State Penitentiary is like the golf course. The masterminds come together.
Yeah.
We come home. We all doing the right thing now. He's telling his story because he did his time for his crime. My brother Tank did his time for his crime. I did time for my crime. And we all up and we all winning. The reason why he could tell his story is because he did his time already. Mm-hmm. So he's not telling on himself. He's not snitching on himself.
You making sure
He's
ain't
legit.
doing that.
He's a legit business owner now. All his shit is valid. You know what I'm saying? So we could tell this shit. But the way you did what you did, bro, let's talk about the Bahamas. Why you can't go to the Bahamas anymore?
All right, I can't go to the Bahamas anymore because
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, because now you see, now we're gonna turn it up a little. We're gonna turn it up a little.
So my man, he travels heavy. I travel heavy, but when you want scamming time and you know what I'm saying, you activated, and like he said, like sometimes you gotta. Once you burn the states, now you burning countries, and you gotta tell your story about
listen.
So look, all right.
Before you say that, right? I am of Dominican descent. You hear me? Proud all day, every day. I need y'all to understand. My brother has a dual citizenship in DR. I don't even have that. You heard me? Like, that's my brother. At the end of the day, don't ever get it twisted. Like, this is the Trinity. Bro, talk your shit, bro. It's just like, I'm just mind boggled.
So at one point of the scamming stuff, like New York was getting, like the whole United States was kind of getting hot.
You topped it out.
So we like hit rock bottom. Cause we were hitting, because how many fucking Apple stores were there? Back then it was like fucking 2 in each state or 1.
Yeah.
So we coming back in. Oh, you want 50 fucking iPhones? Oh yeah, wait right here, nigga. And the fucking police is coming through the back door for you. So we had to so this Bahamas situation is, I had went on vacation to the Bahamas first. So I'm just exploring. I'm walking through the casino and I'm seeing like all these rich people. They're gambling heavy numbers, and they don't have that much cash because you can't bring that much cash with you. So I run into a machine. It says cash advance. So I'm over there looking at this shit like, what, cash advance? So I'm standing by and I'm watching motherfuckers come with their credit card. All they doing is swiping it, putting the amount that they want, and the receipt prints out, and they're going to the window. To the, where you cash out.
Take the receipt
And
with them.
they're like, all right. So I'm watching the whole process. I'm following the guy doing it, and he's over there. He gives him the receipt. They're like, all right, so you have a, can I see your card and can I see your ID? And they would just glance at it real quick, give it right, like push it right back to him. Like not even, they don't even, all right. They
got the receipt. Once the receipt run through, it's valid.
So I guess like it's formality. Let me see your ID.
Exactly. Cameras are there, 1,000 cameras. Yeah.
So, and I see her counting out the money. You know, they do it like right there. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? and I happen to have a phony credit card in my pocket.
Just did.
So I go to the machine, I swipe, put 5,000 in, receipt pops fucking up, go to the window, get the cash. I'm like, holy shit, I just got cash money. I don't have to buy junk and resell it or nothing. So now
on site,
I go back with the same card to the machine, declined. I only have one on me. I'm like, now, light bulb. I'm going to New York. We're gonna print 1,000 fucking cards and we're coming back
to the Bahamas.
Boom. Nigga, came back to the Bahamas. I came with my gang. I came with a bunch of niggas. We in the Bahamas just to go to that machine. We go, we're rocking on it. All the cards. Till the card says declined on that thing.
And keep using it.
Keep using it.
It's pumping.
So, bro, we were getting thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars from the teller. Thousands and thousands. And here comes the private jet thing again. There's no search on the private jets. So you could do whatever. If you got the money to fly on I don't know about now. Because now it's a little, because I flew on a couple jets lately and
it's different.
Yeah, it's
like different because niggas made it hot.
Yeah, so they're not on it.
Yeah, but
they on it. Let's just say that, because now they need to know the weight of the plane, this, that. How they want to know your weight. Motherfucker, like you 200 pounds? All right, we got to know where you're sitting at and all this crazy shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But back then, they didn't give a fuck what the fuck you was talking about. Nigga, whatever, come on down. So, we can't bring all this cash back because we have to clear customs. Like, we could smuggle it in, but, there's a chance that shit will get caught. So, private jet thing again. Call my man in Miami. Yo, I need a jet down here. He was like, yeah, it's like fucking 20 minutes. We're right across in Miami. And I forgot that Miami was like right on top of us. Sends a jet in. All my guys, all the cash, all that shit. Go back to New York. Then kept doing it. So now one time I'm with two kids that that worked for me. Because we went down there, we was gonna relax, we were gonna chill. And they were working for me in New York. Because after I started coming up, I started separating myself from everyone. So I'm in the cut. So now I'll let other people run their crews. I will let other people run their crews and do whatever they got to do. So I'm just like, I wasn't dealing with anyone.
You're the boss.
So now I'm the boss. So now I'm not dealing with nothing.
Control your team, nigga.
Exactly. So now I'm going down there with, two of my guys that worked directly with me because they knew me. So we go down there to the Bahamas and we're like, yeah, we're going to rock. Because, they was hungry. They needed a couple of dollars. Like, yeah, let's rock. So we go down there to, we get all this cash from the fucking machines and from the teller. And there was a Michael Jordan party that night. So I was kind of tired. I was like, listen, I'm going to go back to the room. I'm going to relax a little bit. And, we'll meet up later. We're going to go to this Michael Jordan party. So now I'm laid out. I'm sleeping till later. These motherfuckers still have the cards that weren't because I was doing big amounts, like 10,000, 8,000, but I didn't care if it had less than that on it. So they knew there's probably a couple chump change on this.
Left on it.
Yeah. So what this motherfucker decides to do, because in the Atlantis Hotel in the Bahamas, it's all luxury stores down there. These motherfuckers decided to go to the Gucci store to go buy some Gucci. So they get whatever they're getting. They're swiping the card. And while they're swiping, after they swipe the card, remember, it's a card of somebody's card.
It's a clone.
So the person who's really the card holder was using the card at the same exact time.
What type of fucking bad
in
luck
California. So the nigga called. So the shit, I guess his shit declined. He calls up and they were like, "Yo, sir, like your shit's pinging in the Bahamas." Hey, what? Nigga, they call up. The bank calls the fucking store and says, "Look, the card holder is in California. That's not the card holder." Them niggas get jammed up. The store clerk held them in there for a little bit for the fucking Nassau police, the Nassau Bahamas police to come get them. Now, in the Bahamas, like say us three, we go to the Bahamas and we're chilling, and me and him could be in the room chilling, sleeping, and you're over there doing some fuckery. Guess what? We in the Bahamas, well, we're together, nigga. We did it together.
It's one.
So them niggas got pinched down there. I'm in the room, nigga. I hear the door. They was like, police. Well, I'm like, police? What the fuck? And I had so much cash in the room. I'm over there stuffing cash bundles in my pants. I had like those long dress sleeves that you could roll up, and then it has like a hook. You could like tie it, like to make it a short sleeve. I'm putting bundles of money in the arm and rolling it up. Like arm fucking fat like this. Like you would have to be an idiot not to know there was some shit in there. I'm rolling up all the money I can into my arms and my pants, whatever, stuff and everything. But it was not that much. It was probably like maybe 40,000 or 50,000 that I was able to roll up.
Not that much though.
Yeah. And then like 50,000 was a lot of money back then.
Yeah, back then, yeah, hell yeah. That's like fucking $2 million right now.
So now, they're like, you guys got stolen credit, and then in like these dumb fuckers still had the receipts from the fucking cash machines. So the cops, they was like, oh look, these motherfuckers was using these cars all over the place,
casino and
so they was like, all right, you motherfuckers are coming with us. Go to the fucking police station, and we're in there with other criminals from the Bahamas, and they're like, look, they was like, oh, you three together? Only one of you motherfuckers got to plead guilty. And then they'll let the other two go. So we're like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, when you motherfuckers gonna hold this down? Because it ain't gonna be me.
Whoever made it hot.
Yeah. So then he was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna hold it down. Nigga pled, so we go to the court, and it's like, like the British court system where the fucking those fucking wigs and all that.
Yeah.
Like it was a magistrate.
Old school shit.
Yeah, it was like
British shit.
Like yeah, exactly. Because the Bahamas, I don't know now, but they were under British rule.
Absolutely.
So now
slavery time shit.
Yeah, so now they're like, all right, yeah. So the guy was like, yeah, I plead guilty. And then but we got this information from a cell person, somebody that was in the cells, saying, look, only one you got to plead guilty, and the other two say you don't know what's going on. And then they're going to let you two, but they're going to hold him for like a bail or, some shit like a fine or some shit like that. So they were like, oh, blah, blah, blah. How do you plead? He's like, guilty. Then the next person, blah, blah, blah. How you plead? Not guilty. And then me, not guilty. They was like, all right. It was like a fine or something. So they held him for the fine and they let us go. And then, we paid his fine and we all got out. Well, me and my man got out, and he was still stuck. So we paid the fine and let him go. So now, fast forward a couple years later, we still rocking on this, right? And we get pinched, and now we try to do this. The same because we got pinched. I think it was like for counterfeit money now.
Where?
Because they were like fucking dummies in the Bahamas. Like we were nigga,
you still in the Bahamas at this time?
Yes.
Okay.
So now you could give them $100 bills with your face on it. They like yeah. So
what's crazy? When I went to the Bahamas, I thought about this nigga. I'm like, yo, they want to doubt on us. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. He pulled off what he pulled off over there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he said bills with his face on it.
Man.
Yeah. So now we get pinched. We're like, like we get pinched, like for some dumb shit. And the same thing, the people you with, because they know, because when you enter the country, they know who you're with.
Yeah.
They pinched us all again. We go to court now. We like, all right, one of you motherfuckers gotta hold it down. All right, guilty, not guilty. The nigga said, all right, guilty, $75,000 fine. not guilty, $25,000 fine, and the other one not guilty, $25,000. And then they were like, what the fuck? And it was like, you guys are going to Her Majesty's prison. The worst, if you look it up, it was the worst prison in the entire world. No running water, no toilets, nothing. And you're in the cell with like 10 people in like whatever cell, like 10 by whatever it is.
Got a hole in there where you could use.
No, the bathroom was like, to pee was a gallon jug of water, and to poop was like a paint bucket. Those big paint buckets, like when you open it up. So now we're like, holy shit. Like we're fucked. So now we in the fucking jail. And we like, the embassy, when you get like foreigners, like Americans, the embassy, when you go through all that shit, the embassy contacts your family. I don't know that because I don't have no communication. So we were in there for a little bit. I started getting cool with the guards and all that, getting like, because I was a big smoker. I love cigarettes. Fucking disgusting, but I love them.
Regular con shit.
Yeah, like, but I can't fucking stand cigarettes. The smell, I don't even want to look at that shit. But we were getting cigarettes smuggled in. We was living the good life because I had money. Remember I told you earlier, I had the money balled up. And that's how dumb these motherfuckers are. They searching me. They never found none of this fucking older. I got all this money on me going into the jail, in prison. So you know how like you do the intake? Like, and they're so dumb. Like, all right, they check you real quick and then they go in the cell. But you're still in the line. So, like, I go get checked. I pass the money off to my man that already got searched. Get searched, and then, give me that back. Roll it back in. So, now, fast forwarding, we had to pay those fines, or we're going to be stuck there. Because we also got sentenced to jail time. The kid with the $75,000 bail, well, it's not a bail, it's a fine. If he didn't pay it, he had to serve 5 years in prison. And for us, it's $25,000 or 2 years to serve.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so... We didn't know. We were like,
He
so
got 40 bands on them.
Yeah, so look, I got. I'm telling them, yo, listen, I got. Like, I'm telling God, look, I got money. I could pay the bill. They're like, oh no, somebody got to come do that. So I'm over here trying to devise a plan, and one of these guards got, like, the ones that was smuggling all the shit for me. Like, I was like, yo, listen, we started making an escape plan. He was like, yo, we're gonna get you out of here, like, nigga, because I needed to get to Miami. So he was like. We were devising a whole escape plan and he had everything lined up. And the day that we were going to escape, my mother had came to pay the fine.
No way.
Yup. But regardless, I was out of there anyway. And look how it is. Look, when you got money, look, I'm in the Bahamas. These motherfuckers got me a boat. Everything was going to get me out of the prison. And I was going to get from fucking the Bahamas to Miami in about 40 fucking minutes on boat. These motherfuckers, I bought a fucking speedboat from a fucking correctional officer.
Insane.
Get what I'm saying?
That's why they not let an old boy out on bail. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucking insane.
And then, look, mind you, one of the remember the embassy contacted my mother because I don't know how that works. I guess when you put your emergency contact, the embassy, they was like, look, your son's down there. It's $25. They came with the bread. My mom and my sister been there for a couple of days already. But at that time, Western Union, you had to send a little by little. Like you couldn't send $25,000.
Yeah, hell no, you can't do that now.
So my mom was there for like 2-3 days, and the money was being sent to my mother and my sister, so the money would get there quicker. So look, I'm about to. That night, I was gonna get busted. Like the nigga was gonna get me outside, and they called. It was like, yo, somebody paid your fine. We're like, who the fuck paid my fine? Nobody knows I'm here. Not knowing that the U.S. Embassy contacted. Yeah. So now I don't go to my mother and my sister. They send you to immigration because now I have to get deported. So now immigration, so they gave instructions to my mother. Look, you have to buy his return ticket. You have to do this. You have to do that. So like, all right, cool. So she gets my return ticket and all that for immigration. So now immigration, when you're deported, they take you to the gate of the plane. They make sure you're on the plane. They wait for the door to fucking close and you're out of there. So I go, I see I'm walking I see my mom. They're waiting for me at the gate of the plane. And they got me cuffed up, walking me to the fucking plane. I see my mother crying. I'm like, yo, what happened? She's like, yo, they just raided your house in Queens. I'm like, raided my house. And the Bahamas had contacted New York. But somebody was already speaking with them. And it was the nigga that I was already in the Bahama jail with. He had gave me up on a previous occasion, so they had a contact already. Who to contact. So when they called, it was like, yeah, it's special division. Organized. It was like, not organized. It was like financial crimes unit. They already had like a connection between the Bahamas and New York.
And by the way, all this shit that you talking about is on Google. Like,
yeah, it's on Google.
Fucking all the news,
everything.
The press,
CNN.
This is not no freestyle.
No, it's no freestyle.
Niggas can
like,
Google this shit.
You can Google it
right now.
Right now. Operation Swiper.
I just had to say that. So because niggas think you're freestyling.
Yeah. Nah. Ain't no rappers in
like,
here.
Even like you see when we were in prison, remember I went through all these fucking prisons, and there was motherfuckers because nobody could place the name with me, because a lot of niggas didn't know me because I wasn't. They knew the name though. They knew Khan, but there was niggas in jails pumping like, nah, that was me, nigga.
His name is Khan and he's a con artist. How the fuck?
That's insane,
bro.
Yeah,
that shit is
Yo,
wild,
but you want to
bro.
know what's crazy? The crazy thing, right? And I'm gonna just say this because unfortunately, that's where we all met. Neither one of yous, and I'm using both of y'all as an example, were in there being who y'all really was. And I'm not saying as if y'all was living some fake shit. I'm just saying y'all went in there to do y'all time. Y'all wasn't in there trying to flex and be like, yo, this who the fuck I am, this, that,
I seen
that,
this
that,
nigga
third.
every time I was going to go on a trailer visits and I had to do the urine test, his cell was right by the shit. He was like, oh, you going on a truck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had the penthouse up there. The penthouse.
Yo,
facts,
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like looking at this whole shit, like on a 360 degrees. Like we gonna finish your story and shit like that. But listen, man, we some blessed individuals, man.
Facts.
Straight up, like
all doing great right now.
Listen,
all doing great.
Alhamdulillah, God is great. You know what I mean? But yeah, Connie, finish the story, man.
Yeah. So long story short, come back to New York. They raided my house. They get all my. They seized all like the computers. They even took anything that had a hard drive. We had like PlayStation 3s or 4s, whatever it was.
They take those got hard drives.
They got hard drives, so they took everything. And I used to like decrypt all the credit card numbers on my computer, and I used to delete them. But I used to get it because remember my man was like one of them MIT dudes.
Okay.
So so he wiped my shit. But remember, computers never really wiped.
Nah, the hard drive still has the information.
These motherfuckers retrieved all the fucking credit card numbers that was on that fucking computer, and they looked to see how it was used, and I got charged with all of those numbers that were on that fucking computer.
So our computers is trash, bro. And that hard drive could always be.
But that was with information from one of the niggas that was with me.
Be Chasnika.
So how much time did you do for what you got caught for? Because they didn't catch you for.
No, they caught first. They caught me for all this stuff right now. This is like part 1.
Yeah.
This is before all my big dogs got involved. So right now it's just me getting pinched. And I got 3 to 9 for all the shit that was on that computer. I only got charged for what the shit that was used on that computer.
Because they never caught you red-handed.
No.
They caught you because somebody told on you. Somebody told on you.
Right. Ain't nothing on you.
Right.
Yeah.
So remember, I don't know that this motherfucker, but I had it in my head, like only he knew, like, but you put it past
you.
You
put two together, yeah.
So
allegedly.
Yeah, so I go up and like I'm doing a 3 to 9. I'm like, because I took the fuck, because I just wanted to hear a 3 in front so I could go to shock.
Yeah.
So yes, yeah. So
What's shock though?
Shock program is
because we got viewers that don't know nothing about prison. So when you say shock,
so the shock program is a military style program. It's like a boot camp, and if you're able to complete, it's a 6-month program. And if you're able to complete this vigorous fucking program, and I'm telling you, it's vigorous and fucking crazy. And I was like,
emphasis on
crazy. So look,
crazy.
So 6 months versus
3 years.
3 years or whatever.
Or 9 or whatever.
CR, whatever the fuck you got. So nigga, I'm looking at 6 months. I'm going to fucking shock.
Well, you didn't do shock because I met you. So.
We all made trouble. There wasn't no
Let me tell you why I didn't go to shock. So I go to, intake. I'm like, yeah.
You got a heart condition or some shit.
No, nigga. They said you're not eligible for shock. Because amongst all the fraud shit, we like the niggas that we were selling the stuff to, I was sticking them up too. Right?
Oh, I missed the part. The whole fucking airport heist.
Yeah, so
damn, we got to do a 2-part series.
Because this we gotta do I'm just giving you the first half of how I started.
I didn't even know that part.
What?
So look, hold on. So look. So
and this my brother, y'all. I didn't even know this part. That's what you don't even care about. That's crazy.
So the reason I didn't get to go to shock is because when I got evaluated, they said I had a violence in my crime. I said I don't have no violence. These are all non-violent crimes. Because I took, because when I got pinched for all the credit card stuff, they knew about me sticking up, me and my crew sticking up the people that were buying the items from us. Because they would we were like, yeah, we got 20 iPads, not iPads. There was no iPads back then. We have like 20 iMacs.
No, it was the iPods.
iPods, iMacs, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So
Brooklyn bullshit. She was on it.
So we was like, so they were like, all right, yeah. We'll be like, all right, yeah, 40,000, and they would just come with the money and meet us on the street cash. With 40,000 cash. So we're like, like so we started sticking these motherfuckers up. Like, yeah, but we had the merchandise though, but we were still sticking them up. Keep the merchandise, sell to somebody else. So now, when I got pinched for the fraud shit, the police knew that I was sticking up the fences. So now, they knew I was just lining it up and that I didn't, I would pretty much set up the robbery, but I wasn't doing it because I was showing up with the stuff and we were both getting stuck up.
Yeah, so you played off like you got stuck up too, so it wasn't an inside job.
Yes.
Got it.
So eventually I would still sell the shit to them. They would have to go get more money. But meanwhile, we doubled up on them. We double dipped. So, the police knew about all this because it happened because of the phone number. It was crazy. Like the way that the detectives backtrack shit and piece 2 and 2. All right, this phone number was associated with this, and then with that, and they knew it wasn't me, but I took the charges so they wouldn't go grab everyone else because I was going to jail anyway, and I already knew I was gonna get everything concurrent. So I didn't give a fuck what I was going up for, but I didn't know because they labeled it violent because there was a gun involved. And one time, one of the guys wouldn't give up the money and they gun butted him. Pistol whipped him. So that made it violent for the state, not for the courts. Mind you, I didn't know that. I just didn't want them to go grab them niggas. So I said, fuck it, I'll take it. Yeah, fuck it. It was me. I'm taking responsibility for it. Charge me with the crime. Even though they knew, they was like, we know you was the one because you was just lining it up. Who's the guys that was sticking them up?
I don't know them.
It was me. I lined it up. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna take the hit because cops really, with detectives, they just want the collar.
Yeah,
they want you to take the charge. The DA, it's a win-win for everybody. Don't worry, I'm gonna hold it down for everybody. I was going to jail anyway for the same amount of time. So I get sentenced. When I get sentenced now, it's for grand larceny, possession of forged instruments, and robbery. They were robbery in the first, but they were dropped down to robbery in the 3, which is nonviolent. So fast forwarding, I'm going upstate. I'm getting evaluated. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to shock. He was like, oh yeah, you got 3.9. You got a 3 in the front. You're going to shock. I'm like, cool. they sent me a letter while I'm still in the intake prison, and it was called like Ulster. I get a letter, through like the correspondence from the prison. I get the letter, and it says you're not suitable for shock. I almost had a heart attack. I'm like, what the fuck? And then over there, you're in intake, so I'm writing. They was like, oh, write the counselor a letter. I'm like, I go fucking wrote 100 letters to the fucking counselor. Get in there. They was like, oh, because these robberies, the nature of the crime.
You can only go to shock if it's a non-violent offense.
Yeah, but the robbery 3 is not a violent offense. Yeah. But they go by the nature of the crime. There was a gun involved. So somebody got hurt.
That made it violent.
That made it violent for the state, and that banned me from shock. And I was sick. I'm like, holy fuck! I gotta do all this fucking time, and I'm like, all right. But at the end of the day, I'm just called for the robberies and whatever they caught on the computer. I'm free from everything else. They didn't get nothing else. And they didn't get none of my guys. We're good. Cause like, all right, I got like, I mean, it was like, the whole thing, why I had like, I was going to shock. I'm like, fuck it. I have just fuck it. Then, I was fucking devastated when I couldn't go to shock. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I got merit parole, work release, all this shit. Cause I had, like nonviolent crime, but the nature of the fucking crime barred me from fucking everything.
All those programs.
Right. So I'm like, so they was like, all right, my lawyer and like all the people in prison was like, listen, you're going to get out on merit parole for sure. Because it's your first time going up, all this crap, and like I said, like it was short time. I was probably going to do like a fucking year and a half or something like that. Like I could do that upside down. So, like I came to terms with everything. Like, yo, fuck it. We're going to do this time. We're going to go out. My guys are still lit. Still got all this fucking money. We're going to go fucking crazy. Now, I leave the intake prison. I'm upstate now. I'm bidding. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to work release or something. Work release time comes, denied. Nature of the crime. Can't go outside clearance, all this crap because you got violence. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm like, all right, my merit parole's coming up, and I'm pretty much guaranteed to get out. I go to the fucking like a week before I go to the merit parole, I'm calling home and stuff like that. And, nobody's answering. All my guys, nobody's picking up the fucking phone. Nobody. Like,
niggas got what you said. They got clipped.
Wait, hold up. So look, so I'm like, I'm calling everybody. Nobody picking up because upstate, like, there's like booths, like phone booths. Like, I don't gotta fucking tell you. Yeah, it's like also for the viewers. It's like a fucking old school phone booth. I'm leaving the phone booth and it's 5:00. So I'm walking past the TV room and I'm just like, they're watching the news in there, right? And my fucking mugshot pops up talking about
ringleader type
the boss of a crime family, all this shit. I said, what the fuck, yo? And I had glasses. I had to take my motherfucking glasses, make sure that was me. Yo, and it was me. And everybody in the day room was looking at me like, yo, that's Khan.
Day room. That's what they call the day room niggas. You know what I'm saying? Them day room niggas is looking at you.
So now, like, I call my house now because I didn't really call my house too much because my dad's running around, my mom, everybody. They're like, yo, everybody got pinched, and my dad is like, yo, K, your cousin got picked up. I'm like, what the fuck, my cousin get picked up for? And they didn't leave us stoner. They got all of us, my whole team, everybody. Then my dad, I'm his son. I'm his only son. So he was on it. He was like, yo, what the fuck is going on over here? So he calls the lawyer. The lawyer finds out. They was like, yo, he's getting charged again for all these. When he got pinched for that stuff, I got pinched by New York City by the, up here, New York City. But now Queens is coming to get your ass. And then, like, I'm like, for what though? What the fuck did I do? Fucking every fucking thing. They was watching, they had the surveillance, they had fucking wiretaps. They knew about fucking everything. And I didn't know that till I get rearrested up north in prison.
That's the worst. With a new charge.
With not a new charge, with new charges.
With
a
an
whole
S.
bunch. Yes. And then I come back down to Queens and I get processed. Like, like I'm going through central booking again. But I'm coming from upstate.
Like you just got bagged.
Yes.
But you was already in custody.
I was already in custody.
And they rearrested you and you got a new indictment and all this fuckery shit happened.
Yep. And that's when they got the whole crew.
Mm.
And that's a whole nother spiel.
That's part 2.
That's part 2. And that's where it gets...
Part 2.
That's where everything that I thought I didn't get caught for came out.
So that's where the airport heist part came in.
Yes. Ooh. They knew... Well, because remember, I was like, to be honest, I did anything for $1. I was sticking everything up.
Yo.
Robbing everything. Scamming. Whatever.
Just me saying the airport heist is intriguing, bro.
That's
in part 2 we're gonna get into it. They call us the new Goodfellas.
I was just about to say, ain't no shit happen like that since Lithuania back in 70 something. If you know, you know.
Yeah, and the cargo that we hit was the Lufthansa again. So they was like, these motherfuckers, these are the new Goodfellas. And we was like, I mean, we're gonna save it for part 2, but now everything is gonna come to light of what, because like I said, I thought I got away scot-free. I just got pinched for these little credit card or whatever.
Yeah.
Lifetime, good. Go back to it.
So again, I know your story. The viewers don't. You did it, and again, they could Google this. Everything is on Google. Everything is there, accessible. Yes. If the people that love this type of shit, they could just look it up. You scam differently though, bro. Like you was doing private jets. You was doing fucking 6-star hotels.
$1 million shit.
Like you wasn't doing this sucker shit that these scammers is doing now with like Cash App and like what's your take on what you was doing versus what the new generation is like?
See, what I was doing, we were scamming, we were making the money, and then we was using the money to buy the cars, to get the jets to fly on, take these extravagant vacations. Now these motherfuckers are scamming like the fucking they're scamming the fucking the hotels. On the train, like they're scamming
dumb shit.
Bro, they're scamming for fucking everything, and then they wonder why they get caught.
And then they put everything on Instagram.
Bro, it's crazy. Like, we used to flex. We used to do a little flexing.
No. You was a different type of flex.
You did a lot of flexing.
Everybody's looking at what you got on right now. That ain't got nothing to do with that big ass shit.
Yeah, I want to talk about that too. Like, a lot of niggas be flexing, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I did a lot of dumb shit. Like, I had a fucking Bentley Spur, a Bentley GT, all registered to the fucking projects.
Wow.
To the projects. I had $500,000 cars registered to the projects. Now, what that caused, like, my dad makes money. My mom, she shook a little bit. She has little things going on. So now I'm saying everything's under my mother, everything's under my father. They say, oh yeah, they came and audited these motherfuckers.
So you made your parents hot.
I made my parents hot, and that's fucked up because that's all I have. Yeah. And I made them hot. So now they got audited. And not only that, like, my advice to like niggas that's getting drug money, scam, whatever the fuck money you're doing, you got to make sure you're paying taxes, motherfucker. Like, if you out here with a fucking S-Class and all that shit,
no job, no nothing.
It's
quiet for you.
It's quiet. They're gonna get you, and you think you're getting away with it, nigga? You're gonna get pinched eventually, because I was in prison for a very long time. I seen a lot of motherfuckers get pinched. So niggas thinking that they going against the grain, niggas, they just like the boys, they letting you rock out.
Fast.
So they could
They
pinch
letting you
pinch
hang yourself.
Build more of a stronger case.
And like I said, like did I fuck myself? I fucked myself. Registered, flexing on at that time it was Twitter.
Okay.
Flexing on Twitter, MySpace, going fucking crazy, these fucking clubs. And then like, you know what's here's a big thing too. Like a lot of these broads and like, you know, guys, they be like, yo, why you don't go to Starlets? Why you don't go to Mermaids and all that?
They live in there, bro.
First of all,
they got a residency in there, my nigga.
So you think I want to be, and they be like these bitches and all, they be like, nah, there ain't no boys in here.
Yeah,
like,
are you crazy?
Like, bitch, like, you know I was in jail for damn near 10 years? And for entertainment purposes, I used to read.
You know what's crazy? I don't mean to cut you off, but I used to go to, I mean, I ran through all the spots, but Perfections.
That's what that's where I got famous at, nigga.
See, Perfections, one of my homegirls used to smuggle in bottles because she knew, you know, we was bottle heavy. So, you know, she had her little hustle. But one day she called me, she was like, yo, Dren, like she knew I was always legit. But my team of niggas was in the streets heavy. And we, you know, we always bought bottles. But she goes, yo, Dren, when you pop out tonight, the boys is in the building. They watching everything you doing. I'm like, me? Why me? She was like, no, not you. But I'm just saying in general, like the boys are in the building tonight.
Yes.
So
and that's a fucking fact.
So the feds was in there heavy watching how the money's getting spent.
Yes.
Who's buying bottles
like,
from
see,
what
this it's giving me fucking goosebumps. Like to all you motherfuckers, right? That's out here, like, you know, niggas selling dope and all that. Then in the strip club going crazy, making these bitches shake ass and all that. First of all, in my era, we ain't throwing money at no motherfucking bartenders. We was throwing it at them strippers, bitches that was really shaking it. Right? Dancers. Real.
Facts.
Like right now, it's like these bitches, all these bitches got their body done. They fight, like, don't give me these bitches is bad. I love these bitches.
Yeah.
Right? But like
Talk
that's
your
not
shit.
my era. You get what I'm saying? And then let me go back to these dudes. They in there busting it up, bottles, fucking sparklers, whatever the fuck it is, right? Not knowing the fucking boys is right like this.
Watching everything.
Like this. They like this. Okay. Now, they're going to wait for you to walk to your car. They're going to run your fucking plate.
Yep.
Right? They're going to know where you live.
They follow you
whoever,
to the crib.
They're going to follow
you to the hotel.
Wherever the fuck you're going. And then, now, it was like, how the fuck did they catch on him? Because he was being fucking stupid, throwing all that fucking money in. Packs of fucking bands.
Somebody snitching.
Right?
Oh, yo, niggas told on yourself.
Niggas told on me.
Told on yourself.
Ain't nobody tell on you, bro. Like, and I tell this to niggas all the time. And then, like, I see mad niggas already pinched. Like, niggas are, like, everybody,
bro,
everybody I know flexing in these
bro, we all did bids. So, we know what it is. There's Instagram indictments, and then there's niggas that talk. Yo, niggas talk. Bro, you telling yourself. You flashing all this money, bro. It's not legit. You're not paying taxes. Bro, when that indictment rolls down, you told on yourself, homie. So, like, niggas that get money, don't flash it. You been getting money, so it ain't nothing new.
That's serious.
So I tell you, listen, you could, like, look, me, I'm a big flexer. So if you going to flex, make sure you're flexing on paper too, nigga.
That's fact. So, and you paying taxes. Niggas is paying taxes now.
If you ain't paying taxes, they gonna get you. And a nigga like me,
and then you
a nigga like me, when you get pinched and they got all your motherfucking shines and all that at the auction, I'm buying it, nigga. I'm buying it. You heard? You heard? That's how I'm giving it up. Yo, because I'm told it, like, this is because you being a dumb fucking nigga.
Yeah, you
right?
being stupid. Now look,
I got your motherfucking AP on, nigga.
Yeah.
Like that. You heard?
And your shorty in the whip. And your shorty in the whip.
Look, as soon as these niggas get pinched,
shorty in the whip.
Nah, she's chasing the lifestyle.
Yeah,
she's chasing the lifestyle.
On to the next one.
On to the next. So whoever, and it's a train. Like, to the next.
Yeah, I already know. Listen,
nigga ain't even get sentenced yet.
Listen,
they chasing the lifestyle.
I'm a part of your close friends, so I know.
Yeah. Look, I'm not I'm not knocking dudes. I'm not knocking these bitches.
But they need to hear it though, bro.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's a reality check.
Real talk.
They need to hear it though, because once you get knocked off,
it's over, baby.
and then niggas just sending pictures like, oh, this is how I gave it up. This is what I was doing. Nigga, you told on yourself, homie. Like, what are you doing,
and
bro?
You still
like,
telling on yourself behind bars, dumbass.
I'm talking to like the world and people that bid it. Like, we in 2024, bro. Stop telling yourself. If you getting money and it's dirty and you flaunting it, you never got money. You just started getting it, so that's why you don't know how to act.
And then these niggas be having like a 1 year to 2 year run. And that's how long the investigation be.
Exactly.
And then they get pinched, and then it's a revolving door. Another nigga come take your place.
And you know what's
he's
wild?
Gonna get pinched. Everybody else.
You know what's wild? That's why they don't take it to trial. Every time it goes all the way, they're like, yo, niggas told. No, nigga, your Instagram, you told on yourself. Every time you had a transaction or you did this and you flashing wild bread and wild bands and niggas celebrating and you want to pop bottles.
Yeah. Like me, like listen, at the end of the day, like I did so much fuckery, right? Now, like I took over in my dad's footsteps.
As you should. That's the whole point.
Right? So I don't gotta look over my shoulder. I don't gotta worry about getting pinched. I don't gotta do nothing.
And this is why you could tell your story.
Yes. And I'm chilling. You get what I'm saying?
Baguettes and all that.
Everything. And like I'm from Brooklyn, right? And at the end of the day, I'm a New Yorker. We're gonna flex. We're gonna come out heavy. You get what I'm saying? And you know, we're not doing none of that. This fuckery, these niggas out here with 10 fucking fake chains on and fucking bro. Like I done seen it. Like nigga, I called to because I want to make another piece.
He tapped in with the jewelers on it.
Yeah, so like
that's a whole nother conversation. Like, the jewelers expose all these niggas.
Part two.
So like and see, like all the jewelers know me. Like it's like the very, very top jewel. And then you see, here's another thing. This shit fucking killed me the other day. Niggas was posting, oh yeah, if your chains something real or post your tag your jeweler. You think the fucking jeweler wants you to tell you came in there with dirty fucking money? They gonna fucking audit this nigga.
Yeah, you making it hot for everybody.
Yo, I be like, yo,
not even that. Not even that. You coming in there for Masonite.
Yo,
about that.
These niggas don't even got no. They do a little hit. They do whatever check for whatever the fuck they doing. Sell a little bit of dope. And they buy their first fucking chain. Now they talking about tag your jeweler, nigga. That shit, nigga, I got that shit on my fucking pinky right here, nigga.
Yeah.
So
that nigga said tag your indictment.
Yeah, that shit had me fucked up. And then niggas like, but you look, the real right niggas who smart, they ain't follow that trend. But there was niggas that they did follow that trend.
Yeah.
But now, guess what? Now talking about tag your jeweler, and then now the boy's gonna go to jeweler. How the fuck did he pay for this? Yeah. Oh, he paid cash.
Anything over over 9,999 has to be.
Hold on.
Wait, my bad. Okay, my bad. My bad.
Yo,
I got to piggyback with what you're saying right now.
So now they're gonna say how you pay for this. Then they're gonna look into you, right, with a smile. Well, what does this guy do? Oh, he ain't filed tax. He don't file. He didn't nothing. He got to be. Then when they take that, all right. You think there's nothing wrong with that? When they take that shit to the grand jury. Grand jury's gonna say, "Oh, he's doing something legal," because there ain't no way you're gonna go to your jeweler and spend all that money, bro. Like it's
a lot. It's a lot. But this is why I'm saying, like, we've been through, all of us. We've been through a storm, and that's why we good and better people. But to piggyback of what you're saying with jury and all of that shit, I was at one of my main spots, a jeweler, very well known in the city. And I said, yo, bro, the taxes, I'm not paying that, bro. Like, we figure out the numbers.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what the nigga said though? On some real G shit? He said, yo, you got an Addy in Jersey? I said, of course. I got family in Jersey. He goes, yo, we're gonna do this like you bought this online. Yep. Again, these are loopholes in the system.
Yes.
I'm not a financial advisor. Disclaimer, don't try this at home. But he was like, you got family in Jersey? I said, yeah, absolutely. He goes, I'm going to send this box to Jersey. So you don't have to pay New York State taxes. You can pay Jersey taxes.
Yep.
Which is nothing.
Because when you spending that type of money, them taxes hit you over the head. You can get another piece just on the taxes alone. You know that?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So guess what? I'll show you right now on the phone. My family member got an empty box to the crib. They're like, yo, what's this? They thought it was the setup. They thought it was the setup. I said, you know what? My jeweler did the right thing. Legally and technically, he sent the box to Jersey. I bought it. I'm a Jersey resident.
That was it.
But this is how you have to go about it. All that tag your jeweler and this and this and that, that bonchincha and this and this and that.
Bro, that shit is corny.
It's corny and it's always a paper trail. Because when they come. They investigating everything.
Listen, if they came and got you, that means it was a minute that it was on your ass.
Like I said, that shit like just flabbergasted me. I'm like, yo, this nigga said tag your fucking jeweler. And then we having some bullshit on. You get what I'm saying?
Like I said,
make your jeweler hot.
Like,
that's why Jacob did a bid. Remember Jacob did a bid?
Bro.
For all these niggas?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, so
that's
like
why he don't fuck with the industry
but like you see, like I said, these is niggas that are like kind of new to the game, like they don't really know, and I don't blame them.
Yeah,
but like you have to think about that.
The starter kit, I call it the starter kit.
Yeah, you have to really think about it. Like you have to think about shit like this, especially like me. I don't got to think about that shit. No, I can spend whatever the fuck I want to spend.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I'm fucking business owner, nigga. Like I run business. You get what I'm saying? My family runs business. And then you see, like, nigga, we transitioned into the fucking music industry.
That's it.
And it's just hobby, but we lit. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, like,
we could go on and on, brother. Bro, your story's impeccable. And now in 2024, there's a lot of copycats and clones, but they doing dumb shit with it. Not only are they doing dumb shit with it, they posting it on social media, making themselves hot, thinking they lit. And I see that shit and it fucking drives me crazy.
You know what it gets to me, bro, and I don't want to cut you off, is that they thinking on a level that's here.
Yeah. That's
like
why
they not even thinking about on the level.
But this is
yo,
what
listen,
I'm saying. He was seeing one of these.
Yo, hold on. He said millions at 17.
But this is what I'm talking about. You saw like your hand motion, the camera can capture like your heel, like on the bottom. These niggas is
crabs in a barrel type dudes.
They doing
man.
dumb shit like movie tickets, arena tickets. I haven't seen a 24 scam on a private jet yet.
Yo,
this nigga was doing that shit 10 years ago.
Yo, but hold on though.
You know
I haven't seen a fanny pack neither since COVID, since PPP.
Yo,
I'm just being honest.
Shit's real out here, man.
I'm just being honest. Like, what we doing, bro?
Like, shit.
Like, what we doing? I'm pretty sure that the audio caught it though. I'm pretty sure you good.
Yeah.
But listen, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, brother. You already know how I feel about you, pause.
Always.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Love is love, man.
We gonna do this part 2, but I need everybody out there to understand, man. Y'all gotta stop telling on yourselves if y'all wanna be on a level, because you're not on that level. When you got your own name, you got an adjectives, Operation Swiper. You're not even on that level, so what y'all doing? Y'all might as well stop the bullshit, because that's what y'all doing, the bullshit.
Listen, at the end of the day, everybody that comes on this platform is validated. My man Khan is on a different type of time. Like I said, you could just Google Operation Swipe and see the type of media attention and type of operation that my brother had on a different level, on a different type of time. And it's not nothing to brag about. It's something that happened. We all did our time. We learned from the experience, and we all businessmen now. We could sit at this table and we could talk about what we did and how we did it. We did our time, bro. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that's tuned in, that's doing this scamming shit, think about it, bro, because y'all scamming for dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all scamming for movie tickets. Y'all scamming for, you know what I'm saying, your homegirl's purse. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chanel store and things like that.
Man.
My man was on private jets. My man was in 5-star hotels. My man was on a,
Sin with rappers.
On-
Rappers
on
was in his
on
Rolls
another
Royce and
level.
all this other shit and his Bentley and all that.
You know what I'm saying?
They didn't even have it. He had it.
Nigga had Bentleys before. Bentleys was a wave. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Am I lying?
No, listen.
Okay, just want to. I
bro.
want the masses to understand because we gonna put everything that we say right now. We gonna put the picture up so they can understand.
Everything is
that big
documented.
ass
by the way.
chain that you had.
Everything is documented, and what it is like, it's not like unknown. People see me shake. People seen this.
So let me ask you a question. Do you know why? We gonna end this. We're gonna wrap this up quick because it's a part 2. Do you know why you didn't do Fed time for it and you did state time?
Yes, I do. Because when the feds come get you, they want to make sure they got you. They ain't have me. I was on the sidelines.
Holes in your case.
Yes, I was
A
on
bunch
the
of dudes
sidelines.
saying you ain't fucking your whole shit up. It was a whole bunch of dudes that got caught up.
Yes.
Doing
and
dumb
threw
shit.
you under
Yes.
the bus.
So,
Like
but
I
they're
said.
implicating me.
Mhm.
So the feds was like, there's no way they're gonna be able to get me
Solid,
because
solid.
it's not solid. I
I
mean, they
already
could
knew
get
that.
they could have got me in some bullshit.
Hell yeah.
But
they could
they-
have hit you with an 848.
Listen, but they said, you know
Easily.
what? Fuck this. Do it to the state.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is.
Alhamdulillah, brother.
Yeah,
That's
everything
all it is, man.
It's God's will. Whatever happened.
Listen,
it.
you did
It's
what
in the
you
past,
did.
That's it.
You was great at it. You were a good person. You were a businessman now. And that's where we at. Duce Lounge, Chronicles.
Woo!